Hey anime fans, Anime God is here. Did you finish all the mainstream popular animes? If you wonder what you're going to watch next, then this is the good news for you. Today I am going to talk about animes that are underrated by the anime community that you must watch.
Run away! Please!
It's been a long time, Doctor. It's me.
Hajime no Ippo. It follows the story of high school student Ippo as he begins his career in boxing and over time obtains many titles and defeats various opponents. In the beginning, Ippo was an extremely shy student. Over time, he becomes one of the best boxers in the Japan. Hajime no Ippo is one of the best sport anime. In general, all the sport animes are bit underrated, especially this one. In my opinion, this is the best sport anime. If you are a fan of sport animes as well as fighting and boxing, you must check this out. Samurai Champloo. A young girl named called Fu helped Mugen and Jin, two prominent swordsmen, to escape their execution. In return, she asked them to travel with her to find the samurai who smells of sunflowers.
Fight and you both come with me. Are we clear on this?
This story takes place an alternative version of Edo era. This is a very short anime with extremely good sword fights. If you are a fan of sword fights and samurais, you must check this out. The devil is a part-timer.
Big Magro Burger, one please!
This story is about a demon king named Mao Sado seeking to conquer the world of Ente Isla. But when he confronted by the hero Emilia, he is forced to retreat through a gate to transport him to a modern-day Japan. To survive this world, he gained a part-time job at a fast food restaurant. Hero Emilia also followed him. She was surprised when she see Demon King working at a restaurant. Interaction between them is extremely hilarious. This is one of the funniest animes. If you are a fan of comedy, you must try out this one. Berserk. In here, I am talking about 1997 adaptation, not the 2016 adaptation. This is a story about Guts, who is a skilled swordsman who joins forces with the mercenary group named the Brand of the Hawks.
From now on, he's a member of the Hawks.
Led by the charismatic leader Griffith, and fight with them as they battle their way into the royal court. I highly recommend you to go through the manga as well. Berserk has one of the best all-time anime villains. This story takes place on a medieval setting corresponding with very dark themes. If you appreciate great villains and a great story, you must check this out.
Brand. As long as you bear the brand.
Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing is an organization that search and destroy the undead and other supernatural forces of evil. Main character is one of the most overpowered protagonists, Vampire Lord Alucard. In order to protect their country, they have to go against Nazi Germany group known as Millennium, who are vampires, and Vatican Section 13.
Most powerful agents the Vatican commands. Professional exorcists.
It has great fights. If you are a fan of vampire stories, I highly recommend you to watch this one.
Batosai the Manslayer.
Rurouni Kenshin.
It was said that he was undefeatable.
Rurouni Kenshin, also known as Wandering Samurai.
I'm merely a wandering swordsman, that I am. Do you honestly believe that I'd be able to kill 3 people with this?
If you are an OG anime fan, you must know this story. And first thing that comes to your mind is, what are you talking? This is one of the most famous anime. Underrated issue comes with the new anime fans. Because it is bit old, they don't like to get into it.
Sword is a weapon. The art of swordsmanship is learning how to kill. That is the truth.
In this story, a manslayer, Kenshin Himura, who played a major role in defeating Tokugawa shogunate of the feudal Japan, carried his reverse blade sword with promise not to slay any more.
We wouldn't be able to make enough coffins. We got off easy if he only took one little kid from us.
A series of events unfold that questions his ideal of living for the innocent and not slaying men. This has extremely good sword fights. If you are a fan of sword fights, I would highly recommend this show. Even it is bit old, its animation was phenomenal. Yu Hakusho. It was an extremely popular show in 90s. So it is fair to say that OG anime fans know this as well. Anime fans are new to the anime community is extremely underrated this anime as well. Yu Hakusho follows Yusuke Urameshi, who is hit by a car and killed in attempt to save a young boy by pushing him out of the way. Because this unprecedented death, Yusuke gets chance to return to his body and become a spirit detective. Yusuke is one of the best protagonists of all time.
Of course, with my job, I do many things I do not enjoy.
In this story, he faced against extremely good villains.
Not even the best of contracts justifies killing as cruelly as I have just done. I apologize to this creature.
If you are a fan of good protagonists and good villains, I must suggest you to watch this anime. Trigun. Trigun revolves around a man known as Vash the Stampede and 2 Bernadilli Insurance Society employees, Merle Strife and Millie Thompson.
I'm Meryl Strife, and I'm here representing the Bernardelli Insurance Society. And I'm Millie Thompson.
Who follow him around in order to minimize the damage inevitably caused by his appearance. This story has extremely good gunfight and it also has a cowboy vibe. This anime is extremely underrated. I think you all must watch, especially if you are a fan of cowboy stories. It is arguably better than Cowboy Bebop.
What if I'd acted differently?
Steins Gate.
And reached my hand out? Would this future be different?
This anime has very loyal fan base. This is not popular as much as it should be. Steins Gate follows Rintaro Okabe, a self-proclaimed mad scientist who runs the Future Gadget laboratory. Rintaro Okabe, with his friend's help, he discovered a way to time travel. Eventually, they create a device that can send memories through the microwave, effectively allow the user to time travel. There are a lot of animes, movies and TV series that tries to time travel, but most of them fail miserably. This is one of the shows that successfully apply the concept of time travel. I highly recommend you to watch this anime because it is a masterpiece. Monster.
You've been hired by a monster!
This story revolves around Kenzo Tenma, a Japanese surgeon living in Germany whose life enters a turmoil after getting himself involved with Johann Liebert. Johann Liebert is one of the best anime villains that you will ever see. It is a very good crime drama, probably the greatest ever animated. Arguably, it is even better than Death Note. It does not have any flashy supernatural powers, but it is a very deep, dark, complex story. This story explores some of the human qualities and human weaknesses, and how the weakness of human can be manipulated. If you enjoy a good story, you must watch this anime. If you don't know about those animes, now you know. So I highly recommend you to watch all of these in your free time. This is my opinion. Feel free to comment your opinion as well. Leave a like guys and share this video, and definitely subscribe the channel.